Memories fade, shifting in the light of changing yesterdays, losing quintessence in a fiction of self-belief that builds illusion in a plight of home denial. No more may I build chimera certainties, atop kaleidoscope dreams standing boldly on feet of clay, set to dissipate through the hourglass, like sand slipping through my open fingers, plunging me deeper into an abyss of self-loathing and loneliness that strips me of my gifts and leaves me empty in a storm of my own affectation. Rage courses through the void in a maelstrom of malign voices, leaving me numb in the wake of their sublime touch, forever falling through the darkness, lost to evanescent certitudes. Exiled by my own bequest, a victim of my flaws, abjuring further and further away, losing hope, losing self, recoiling from touch, but craving love in a conflict of need and inability to connect, a contradiction of desire in self-induced isolation. Locution cannot convey the depths of my phrenic malaise, slipping through the cracks of acumen, as lucidity loses coherence, decaying to instability in its lack of consummate solidity, mixing volatile cognition with raw emotion in a cocktail of reasoned seppuku. Days pass to weeks in a symphony of silence, lost to an abundant overture of thoughts, given an aria of voice in an orchestra of despair, deafened in a crescendo of night whispers that cantillate desolate bakus on the event horizon of a collapsing essentia. Did I ever feel any other way? So disjointed, anamnesis is always the first to yield. The present dispersed amidst fading yesterdays, as tomorrow becomes today, and all I know is lost to dreams quelled before the inquisitor of perception's vacillation. I walk amidst fragmented thoughts, a fractured man in a broken mind, a stranger in my psyche, building walls of self-deception, staving a path twixt angels and demons, tainted in the purgatory of my soul, torn between the darkness and the light, yet bound to intuition I cannot trust. For what is reality, if not but an assumption of the many, bestowed by the few, conceived by the one who sees beyond the veneer of discerned corporeality, delving deeper beyond the veil, lost to chimeras that hold revelations and falsehoods in equal abundance, a gift that keeps giving, yet becomes its own curse. Cavio, appositus, obscurum. Such restless slumber that stirs my clandestine thoughts. There is more to perceive beyond celestial divination than the mind that dares to dream. I awaken, bathed in the light of the rising dawn, the stink of humanity seeping from my pores, like a disease that kills the earth that spawned it. What cruel turn of fate is this, that would see me born to such a savage child race, that would bind me to such needs as I must deny, that would make me crave another's touch that is so far beyond my reach. I am losing myself, unravelling in the tapestry of life, threadbare to illusions of grandeur, trodden underfoot to a juncture of malcontent. How far must I fall? How much must I fade? How long must I endure? I am sequacious to the seeing eye, yet fetal to the glare of shadowed eidolon, lost in the depths of virulent solitude, exiled to exist, perchance to live. And truly, I want to live. Dim in the candlelit darkness, squinting through blurry eyes, repressing tears that well in the light of truth. Illusions fade in hostile isolation, cut like the strings of a marionette, mournfully numb in the loss of serenity's dream. Deceiving myself, lost to my purpose, suppressing flesh-bound desires, recoiling from intimacy's touch in fear of being burned. Voices rage in a storm of clarity, unwelcome in their awakening, carving rictus smiles in my taut pelt, spilling my blood, touching on a dark, empty void, crooked in perception's falsehoods, walking through a broken mind, captive to my solitude. Little pinpricks of cold seeping through the cracks in my mind. I hammer desperately at the cramps within, as numbness sighs like winter's waking breath. It stretches its wings in a blanket of ice, consuming me, freezing me with its touch. And so I weep unseen. Voices rage in a maelstrom of thoughts, awakening the darkness once more. Must it always be this way? Always seeing, yet an empty shell in its shadow cast. Paralysis creeps through my cranium like a dormant assassin, unseen, unfelt, yet always so devastating. I'm so alone, bestowed as I am with these accursed demons. I'm losing my mind, piece by piece, fragment by fragment. It drains away into a void of self-loathing and despair. If I should mourn my loss of self, then I weep for who I was, or who I should be, or who I could be.